What is going on, guys? I'm your host, Beau. Welcome back to MovieStalkers, and you're probably wondering to yourself right now, why did the music stop? Well, I figured that since we're doing movie reviews, I feel the need that I shouldn't have music put into them. So, the music will only happen on the intro from now on. So, yeah, I'm gonna just talk about this movie that we just saw. It's called, just a little movie. It's called Warcraft. Yes. On my last video, we discussed how maybe Warcraft can save the video game movie franchise. Let's see if that's true. So here's my review for Warcraft. This will be a non-spoiler review. I'm actually going to do a spoiler review for Warcraft because there is a few things that I kind of want to discuss about in the context of the movie, which I can't really talk about in the non-spoiler review. So there will be a spoilers review this week, so make sure to check it out when it comes out. But anyway, yeah, Warcraft. So I saw this movie at Regal Cinemas a few hours ago in 3D, and also when you go to the theater, apparently you get a card for the game itself. I did not know that. I heard about it, but I didn't think they were going to do it in the theater. So yeah, I got a card, and it's not here right now, but yeah, very interesting. I didn't know that they would do that. And yeah, so let's talk about Warcraft. I'll give you my, again, as always we do it, the positives, the negatives, and then my overall analysis of the movie. Now, the other thing I got to say before we do the review is that I'm not a Warcraft guy. I don't know anything about World of Warcraft. I never played the game. I don't know, like, all the Easter eggs or references towards the game that were put in the movie, so I did hear people laughing in the theater, but I didn't know when to laugh, and when those moments happened, I just didn't understand them because there were references towards Warcraft, apparently. So, let's get down to the review. So, the first thing I gotta say that up front that's great about Warcraft is that it's visually amazing. I was so impressed by the visuals in this movie. If I do say so myself, this might be the best visual movie that I've seen this year. It's definitely up there with you know, visually. I'm saying visually, not just movies. I'm just saying visually. It's definitely up there with Captain America: Civil War, Batman vs Superman. It's definitely up there. Even Jungle Book. It might be better than Jungle Book. I don't know. Jungle Book had a lot of great visuals as well, but this movie definitely had a lot of great CGI, particularly with the orcs. When the orcs show up and you zoom in on their faces, it's very, very well detailed and very well pronounced too, if I do say so myself. And yeah, the other thing I gotta give props to is the orc guy. I can't remember his name. Something Dixaton. I can't remember. Dinotron. I don't even know, guys. A lot of these names in the movie I don't know, but that guy, that one orc guy that we saw, he was the best character in the entire movie. I really, really liked that character. He was pretty good. I liked the way that he was introduced, and I liked the way he, how he came out throughout the entire film. And he was pretty cool. And the other guy, the knight guy, again, I don't know these names. The knight dude, yeah, he was also pretty cool. Those two were pretty good. I'll say actually I'll save that point for the negatives. I was about to say something negative, but we'll save it for negatives. The other thing that I like about this film is when the humans and orcs fight. When they fight, it's brutal, it's vicious, it's bloody, and it's very, very, very well done. And I was expecting that out of Warcraft, because the one thing that I know about Warcraft is that, you know, it involves a lot about the humans and the orcs fighting each other. And the war does escalate further, but this is just the beginning of the war, and it looks, visually, was very well done. I really liked this movie, just because the visuals and the orcs, those are what made this movie very, very well done. And also the magic portion, like there's magic in this movie, very well done. I gotta say the magic was also very well done. Again, I don't know how the magic and all this stuff works in World of Warcraft, but just in terms of seeing it on the movie, it looked pretty cool. Now let's talk about the negatives of this movie. The negatives of this movie is that this movie is way too fast. This movie does not give its time to set up most of the characters. And remember what I said about how I liked the orc throughout the entire movie? Well, I liked him because he was there, not because I loved his character. I just liked him because he was there. I would have liked these characters more if there were setups towards these characters. Because this movie was 2 hours, and I felt like it had a perfect time frame. It just went too fast, and it just did not really pace itself. That was a big flaw of the movie. The other thing that I didn't like as much is that there wasn't a whole lot of orc versus human fighting. Like, there was one force fight, and then the final fight, I believe. Little miniature fights there and there, but there's not much of orc versus human, and that's kind of a huge complaint, because when you're going into a movie based off a video game franchise, which is humans versus orcs, I expect most of the movie to be about humans versus orcs, and it's there, but it's not there for the entire movie, which is kind of a big complaint on my part, on their part too. The other thing that I didn't really like about the movie, and this is just me, but I feel like this whole movie was just setups. I felt like this whole movie was just a setup for the next film, because they really set it up for the next film, which I'll talk about in my spoilers review. But it's just mainly just a setup. There's not much of like to base it on, and it doesn't really have much of a plot either. That's the other big problem about this movie. When I walked out of this theater with my friends, we all said the same thing. What was the plot of this movie? Because we didn't really understand much of the plot. The only plot point that was very clear was humans versus orcs. That was it. Humans and orcs trying to live together. But then you got the whole things going on with orcs, and you got the whole drama with humans. Lots of side plots, and it's very, very fast, and you don't really get yourself invested with the plot. You don't really get invested with these characters. It's all over the place in terms of those flaws with the movie, but yeah, there's not much else to say, guys, but I have to say that I did have a fun time. While these negatives happened in the movie, it was still a fun time. I still found myself having fun watching this movie, and overall, guys, I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It's not a bad movie. Visually, it's amazing. Some of the characters in the movie are absolutely awesome, and the fights are very, very well done. So that's mainly what I expected out of this movie, and I got it. So, and there were some negatives I was expecting. They happened. So, now the big question that a lot of people are going to ask me is this the best video game movie that we are ever going to get? And has it unspelled the curse of video game movies forever? I'm here to tell you guys that while Warcraft did good, I'm going to say this, that Warcraft is definitely the best video game movie that we've gotten so far. If you're comparing it to, like, I don't know, Super Mario Brothers or Hitman Agent 47 or Pixels, this is definitely the best one, the best video game movie that we've gotten, just because of the visuals and the variety of what you got in the movie. I also have to say that it doesn't save the video game franchise for movies. It doesn't. It's just, this helps video game movies. Like, the future video game movies can learn from this movie, but like, it doesn't really help much. I mean, Warcraft itself, this movie sets it up for a trilogy, but it doesn't really help any other video game movies. It's just based on the company itself, and it's good though. I like this movie a lot. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I definitely recommend going to see it. There are other movies out there that I think would be worth watching also, like Night CV 2 or The Conjuring 2. I haven't seen those. I heard those are pretty good, but Warcraft I would definitely recommend going to see if you had a chance to. So, that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Warcraft, and also let me know if you think Warcraft's going to get a sequel, and if Warcraft was to get a sequel, what part of the Warcraft saga do you want it to be based off of? So let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you go check out my second channel, Rule Out Nation. We talk about a lot of the Transformers stuff, a lot of news updates were just posted, and that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, in these videos, Beau out. See you next time. Peace.